Okay, I'm trying this one more time. They say the third time is a charm, so we'll see. So let me know if you can hear me. I think my daughter got it to working. Okay, I don't know if we can hear anything yet. Wait a minute, Anna, until somebody gets on here and lets me know. I'm just hanging around for a minute till we find somebody that's probably tired of sitting to get on here and end the string. I don't know why the phone stuff. Anyway, you got your drums set up and we'll practice. Yeah, they take up a lot of room, don't they? Yeah, so far nobody's in here. I don't blame them. After ending it 3 or 4 times, I just want to know if this microphone's working. That's one I think I could put and try another day. I know it. Um, what I can't understand is even when I took the microphone out of it, nobody could hear me, and I don't understand why. Okay, well, I don't know why they can't hear you with the mic out of it, but what you have to do is when you plug anything in, you have to install it. No, you don't have to install it. What it is you have to tell it mic in or line in or whatever. You have to put, like, click that option and push OK. Or doing that when you click in. Oh, I'm just technically illiterate. That's just all there is to it. Anyway, while I'm on here, I just want to do a shout out to James Cox and the hashtag IAmACreator community. They're an awesome bunch of people. They're helping each other's channels to grow. It's other creators that are supporting each other. It's not a sub for sub. They don't like to use the word sub on here. It's support. If you just sub somebody, you just hit that button and you can leave. But when you're actually supporting somebody, you're going on and watching their channels, watching their videos all the way through, leaving nice comments, sharing them. Um, I share mine on Google Plus and Facebook, and I Twitter them out, and I leave comments. And I'm in the process right now of watching everybody's videos. I got on there the other day, and I didn't realize it, but I'm like up at near about 1,000 people that I'm supporting. So it's going to take me a while to get to everybody. So if I've left somebody out, leave me a comment and let me know, because I don't want to leave anybody out. I like to support everybody that I can. And I thank God for Cab7. He's awesome. And Burn Vlogs. And let me read this so I get this right. The official BTD channel. You're awesome. I was typing that in wrong. Yesterday I wanted to get on there for 5 minutes of fame, and I had everything in the world was going on. We were doing our spring cleaning, and so my daughter was working around me, and I was trying to figure out what all we needed to do, and I had to go to church early because I drive a church van, and we have to leave early anyway. And when they were getting ready to tell me to go on, I had to follow the official BTD on Twitter so he could send me the link. And I was getting frustrated because I couldn't find him. And what it was is I was typing in BT and it wasn't coming up. I was getting it all mixed up. So when they finally got me on there, apparently I had too many tabs open. So I was hearing an echo and a delay in my ear. I was using my earbuds, and I could hear James telling me to turn the YouTube audio off. But at that time, I was like about to panic because I was actually on, and I didn't want to look like I was about to panic, and I couldn't figure it out because I'd already knocked myself off the internet 3 or 4 times. Every time I'd go to Twitter trying to figure this out, I was knocking myself off the internet, and this laptop was slow getting back on. So I was just trying to ignore it, and talking to James, and I could hear like a 3 or 4 second delay, and I didn't know what to do, and I was trying to act like I wasn't panicking, so I was trying to talk over that. So I haven't watched the video when it went to a video yet because I was on the live stream and then I had to leave. So anyway, it's an awesome community. Um, I actually just stumbled across James Cox's video by accident one night. After my husband passed away, I got to where I couldn't sleep, so I take my phone a lot at night and I just kind of look for random YouTube videos, and I come across his video and it said hashtag IAmACreator. So I got on there and I started watching him, and I didn't know what it was, so I didn't want to ask a stupid question, so I just kept watching his videos and getting on his live streams until I figured out what it was. And a lot of people think that it's sub for sub, but it's not. It's actually a community of other creators on YouTube that are actually getting on people's videos and watching them, sharing them, putting them into a playlist. I've got 2 or 3 different playlists. I've got one that says hashtag IAmACreator channels I watched today. James Cox had said to make a playlist like that, suggested to make that playlist, and I've got another playlist of channels I support, and then I've got James Cox's playlist of hashtag IAmACreator community channel. So I'm putting people's videos in playlists so that they're found easier, and I'm commenting and sharing them, tweeting them out, and everything. But anyway, I hope everybody can hear me. My daughter installed the microphone for me, but I don't know why. When I took the microphone out, when I realized that nobody could hear me, apparently nobody could still hear me. So I'm going to have to get off of here. My brother is supposed to come today to do another Mondays with Mom. You can hear me now? Praise the Lord. Thank God for my daughter. Apparently, when I plugged the microphone in, I'd never used it on the laptop before. I'd used it on my phone, and but I'd never used it in the laptop, and I didn't realize that you had to. I don't know. Somehow she installed it, but I don't understand. When I took the microphone out, when I realized that nobody could hear me, he still couldn't hear me, and I don't know why. So when my brother comes over here today, I'm going to have to get him to show me what I did wrong. But anyway, what I was telling everybody, I was about to crack up over myself. I was about to panic yesterday when I got on James Cox's the hashtag IAmACreator on 5 yesterday. Normally I have to leave early on Saturdays. I have to drive that church van, and and what happened is the official BTD channel, he was sending out the links to Twitter to get on the 5 minutes of fame, and I'd never done it before. And he told me that I had to follow him, and I was trying to find him on Twitter, and I couldn't find him because I got the BTD, I got it backwards, and I was typing in BDT. So finally, when I got that figured out, and he was getting ready, he's like, okay, stay on Twitter, you're next in line. So I was like nervous anyway, and apparently the only thing I can figure out what I did, I had my earbuds in, and I had too many tabs open, I think. And so when he sent me the link and I knew I was on, I was hearing that echo and that delay, like a 3 or 4 minute delay. I could hear James telling me to do something about turn the YouTube audio off. And I'm like, at that point, I'm panicking because I didn't know what to do because I'd already knocked myself off of the internet like 3 or 4 times. When I go to Twitter, apparently I was canceling out the one tab I had on YouTube. So what I did is I knew I just had a few minutes, so I acted like I was trying to ignore it. So I could hear him saying, "Okay, tell me about your channel," and then 3 seconds later, "Tell me about your channel." So I'm trying to talk over this and trying to act cool and collected. So I ain't watched the video since it went to video. because I had to leave. I mean, I had to leave like 15 minutes after I did that video. So, I'm saying Twitter is still learning. Yeah, so I don't know what it sounds like. So I thank God for everybody having patience with me while I'm learning how to do all of this. But the hashtag IAmACreator community, they're awesome. James Cox is awesome. Vern Blog, the official BTD channel, they're all awesome. Cab7, Hazel Ure. I could go, the list goes on of awesome people that I've met through this. And I'm in the process of watching everybody's videos and commenting, watching the videos all the way through, commenting, putting you all in my playlist. I mentioned a few minutes ago, James Cox had suggested making a playlist that says hashtag IAmACreator channels I watched today, so I did that, and that's where I'm putting a lot of the channels that I watch. Some of them are people that's involved in this community, and some of them that are not, that are just channels that I'm watching. But you all are awesome. Chris and Faye, I appreciate you all. I told James yesterday that if it hadn't been for his encouragement, and then my brother, Kentucky Ranger, he started making Mondays with Mom videos several months ago. And what it started out being is he would come over and he'd set up his equipment and he would just video my mom talking about her past and how she grew up and how things were 60, 70 years ago and all this stuff. And I thought, this is great. Just don't get me in the video. I just leave me off to the side. Well, she didn't want to do the videos without me there because I could fill in stuff for her that she couldn't remember. And I thought, well, that's great, but I just don't want to be in the video. So I'd sit off to the side and you could hear me trying to jog her memory. Well, then it got to where I think he did a live stream, I think's what it was, and got me involved in it. So then they decided, I guess from all the people that were watching his Mondays with Mom, and they thought that was a neat idea to have everybody in the video. So now we do it at the dining room table, and we're all in it. And so we've been doing that for several weeks now. That kind of got me more used to being in the video. And then in the meantime, I stumbled across James Cox and the hashtag IAmACreator and watching his videos and him trying to encourage people to go live and encourage people to make videos and be active on your channel. So the very first live stream I did was a disaster. I was in my bedroom, it was late at night, and I turned my phone on, and I think I might have been on there, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. And then I turned it off, and then it's like, oh, this is horrible, I don't want nobody to see it. And I made it private, and I've since made it public again. And anyway, I'm getting better at this. And what the funny part of it is, I'm a musician. I've been a musician for like 45 years. I've been used to being on stage, getting in front of microphones, and in front of large audiences. But that's different than sitting in front of a camera. And I freeze. And the funny thing of it is too, I used to be in the military and was a radio operator. So I had to be used to having headphones on and listening to the radio operators tell me messages. And then I had to learn how to do that and type out the messages, excuse me, on an old typewriter. Back when I was in the military, we didn't have all this new technology. Hey, Big Ben Challenges, how are you doing? If I have to look up to see the chat, I'm sorry, but I've got these bifocals. They're horrible. I hate them. When I'm sitting back like this, I can see when the chat comes up, but I can't see who it is and what it says. So if I'm tilting my head a lot, that's why. But anyway, I've been used to being in front of audiences and in front of microphones and have done that for years. But I freeze when I get in front of a camera, especially when I know that I'm going live, like I am now. But thanks to James Cox and him encouraging other creators to do the live streams and to record and to get active. I've had a YouTube channel probably since YouTube's been around, and I don't even remember why I created the channel to begin with. I think from what I can remember, I was going to upload videos, not live stream or anything like that, but I was going to upload videos from probably from DVDs or something. I don't know if it was long ago. And I kind of got discouraged because back when YouTube first started, if the video was past, what was it, 12 minutes or 15 minutes, it wouldn't take it, and then you had to do something to, I don't know, I can't remember if you had to be on there so long, and then you could change a setting to make it longer. But anyway, in the meantime, I didn't have the internet, so um, I wasn't, the only thing I was using YouTube for when I did get on a computer at my mom's or whatever, I was just getting on other people's videos and leaving comments. But as far as my own channel, I wasn't really active. I had uploaded a few videos a long time ago, but then I don't know what happened. My brother had to come over recently and download a program to allow me to convert my DVDs to MP4 files so I could upload them. So I don't even remember how I uploaded those DVDs years ago. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Chris and Faye. I am so camera shy, and when I know the camera's on, I freeze. It's like, oh God, I'm live. What am I gonna say? Well, that's what happened when I was on that 5 minutes of fame. I had 5 minutes. I didn't turn some. I think I had too many tabs on, and I was hearing that echo and that delay. So I'm like, okay, I got to try to block that out and just talk. But I could hear James like 3 or 4 second delays. But I was afraid if I touched anything, I'd knock myself off the internet again. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. So I don't know what it sounds like or looks like. I haven't looked at the video since I left yesterday. But anyway, this is a great community, and I'm glad to be part of it. I'm getting better at this. Um, now that my daughter's out of school for the summer, I'm hoping to. It may not be live streams because I'm on AT&T, and my signal up in these mountain areas in Kentucky is not real good. So I may just take my camcorder and do videos of us traveling and going to different places. I've told this before, but there's a really cool pizza joint going towards the Natural Bridge area, and it's real. Before I ever went to it, my daughter said that place is real sketchy looking, but it's really cool. But it looks like a hippie commune when you look at it, and the colors, and it's just a really cool hangout. And I want to do a video up there because what I didn't know is people even from other states knows about that place, and college students even from other areas work there in the summertime. But it's a really cool place. I'm thinking about doing a video up there when I get the time. I'm hoping to travel a lot and do more videos and stuff and get more used to being in front of the camera. But I just wanted to get on here for a few minutes and do a shout out to James Cox and Burn Blogs and let me get his name right, the official BTD. I don't know why I can't get that right. I kept typing in BDT, and that's why I couldn't find him on Twitter yesterday. And I was panicking because I was like next in line to get on that 5 minutes of fame, and then when I did, I blew it because I didn't turn the YouTube audio off. But I'm getting better at it. I to say it's awesome. You know, I've been trying to tell everybody that I can um, about it, and some people are they're not understanding it. They think it's just a sub for sub thing, and it's not. It's people that's honestly getting on there and supporting each other and watching each other's videos all the way through, commenting and adding them to a playlist, and helping each other to grow. Hello, Daniel Valir. Am I pronouncing your name right, Daniel Valir? I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Anyway, if I've not supported you already, I will absolutely go to your channel. Yeah, that's my phone. My mom's looking for my daughter's phone. Did she lose her phone? You'll have to call it and see if it rings. I don't know what she did with it. Unless that's, is that it sitting up there on top of the DVD player? Yeah. She found the case, but she can't find the phone. Anyway, I appreciate all your support. I appreciate this community. And I joined up when I found James Cox. I'm sorry, these allergies are awful. When I found James Cox, I think it's been less than 2 months ago. It ain't been that long at all. And I think, well, what happened, let me explain what happened. I've had a YouTube channel just since the beginning. But when I started getting on my phone and looking up YouTube channels and stuff after my husband died, I don't know how I done this, but I ended up creating a second channel. So I had this other channel. If you ever stumble across it, it's got like 33 supporters and 8 videos on it. And it's under the same name, Sheree Carpenter. But what happened is everybody was getting to know me on this channel. So I hated to delete my other channel because I've got some videos on there that I've not uploaded to anything, and I didn't want to lose them. So I got active on this one. Every time I would get on the computer, it was taking me to the other channel and not this one, and it wasn't allowing me to sign into this one, and my brother fixed it for me. So if you ever find that other channel, that's what happened. But about the time that I started getting active on this and found James Cox, I think there might have been 50 supporters, and that was just because I had been getting on other people's videos, live streams and stuff like Michigander Man and Kentucky Ranger and Carla Reeves, and so my supporters, it went up to about 50. So whenever I joined up with James Cox and I started getting on the live streams and I started forcing myself to make videos, in less than 2 months, I think I'm up to 540 some supporters now. And I thank every one of you from the bottom of my heart. It's a great community, and I'm thankful that I found it. And James and Vern and BTD, if any of you see this video, thank you for being patient with me. Next time I get on your live stream, hopefully I'll have that figured out to where I won't mess it up. I know it's just some simple thing, and when I figure out what I did wrong, I'm gonna hit myself in the head and like, you dummy. But I was so scared to touch anything because I'd already knocked myself off about 4 or 5 times. So I'll have to go back and watch it and see, see if what it looks like. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I got to meet my pastor and some other ladies early. The McDonald's down there what happened is after my husband died, we used to keep the church van at our house because we lived on a farm and there was plenty of places to park it. So when he passed away, one of the ladies that rides in the church van with us was keeping it at the Save-A-Lot grocery store parking lot. She talked to the manager, and she lives about 3 minutes from there. And he was so nice. He's letting us keep the van there. So what they do is it takes about 20 minutes from where they live to where we live. And there's a park and ride parking lot down there in Stanton, Kentucky. So they meet me there, and then I drive the rest of the way up to the church, which is about another 45 minutes. Well, there's a McDonald's right there that my pastor's elderly, and the 2 other ladies that ride with us are elderly ladies, and they love to go out and eat. And they love the McDonald's. Well, they closed it down for several days because they were remodeling it, and just a couple of days ago they reopened it. So they're wanting us to meet them early to go to the McDonald's with them right there where they meet us in the van. Hey, Chris and Faye, I can't remember if I've supported your channel or not. and it's not letting me. I don't know why. Well, it's not letting me go to your channel. If I've not, I'll get on your channel as soon as I get off of here. But I don't want to leave anybody out. I want to. The Benefield Bunch. I know I'm supported to their channel, and if I've not been on there lately, I'm getting around to everybody. I had been so busy here lately that it just seems like it was one thing after another, and I was trying to get my daughter through her last few weeks of her final semester of college. She was stressed out, calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning, crying and stressed. And she's finally out for the summer, and so I've been trying to catch up on all of my. I kind of got behind in watching videos. So anyway, I appreciate everybody and being patient with me and and connecting and uh, I just wanted to do a shout out to everybody in the hashtag IAmACreator community, and hopefully I'm not repeating myself because that's part of my problem when I get on live videos. I'm like, what am I going to say? And I find myself, my daughter says, Mom, you keep repeating yourself. You already done said that. So hopefully I'll get better at this. I was watching somebody's video. I can't remember who it was now. Recently, he's one of the big YouTubers that's got thousands of people. He's a professional, and he was talking about when he first started doing YouTube, and he's got better at it. Now it's really professional. And I'm like, I'm not making it professional videos by any means, so I ain't got no professional equipment, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. So anyway, I'll see what I'm gonna play by ear and see what comes next, and it's then telling what I'll get into. Oh, before I get off of here, my sister-in-law, I'll have her the link to her channel. It's Carla Reeves, and the link to my brother, Kentucky Ranger, the link to his channel. What we're gonna do is hopefully do a live stream, maybe hopefully next week, because we want to get all of our notes together. But we want to do a live stream on the subject of grief and the emotional toll that it takes on you and all the stages that you go through and the appropriate things to say to people that have just lost somebody and what's inappropriate to say. And a lot of times people that are friends with you or even relatives, they're hurting for you so bad and they don't know what to say. And a lot of times they say something that you may take the wrong way and they don't mean it that way. It just comes out that way because you're hurting so bad. And so you've got that group of people. But then you have another group of people that somehow or another they just don't feel the empathy and they can say some pretty hurtful things. So after I lost my husband 3.5 years ago, um, I've learned a lot, and I joined some widows and widower group on Facebook, and because there's not any groups to go to that are close to me, so when I first joined them, I thought, I just need a place to talk to other people who understand what I'm going through. But then when I got on there, I found myself encouraging others who were actually being treated worse than me and going through things that I couldn't even imagine. So I learned a lot. I learned things that are being said to them that I haven't experienced, and and then a lot of things that have. And a pastor friend of mine, he called me up one night. He knew that I was really going through a lot, and he was trying to explain to me the different stages of grief. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't think I'd be experiencing them all at the same time. And so I'm hopefully in the next week I'm going to do that. And there's a funeral director. Her name's Carrie Northey, I think's her name. And when I do that video on grief, I'm going to put the link to her channel. She's a funeral director. She does a lot of videos explaining the funeral industry, what to expect, questions you can ask that you'd never even think to ask, and all the process. And then there's another channel that I follow. She's a mortician, and but she adds comedy to her channel, so she's really funny and lighthearted. And I'm going to add her too. But we're in the process of googling the information and getting all of our notes together so that we don't like stumble and like I'm doing right now and speak over ourselves and repeat ourselves. But I think it's a subject that needs to be touched on because there's different types of grief. I've been on the side of grief when I was divorced and went through all of that. Then I've been on the side of grief when I lost my current husband's death suddenly. So there's just, uh, and the grief that you feel when you lose a parent or a child. I can't even imagine. That would be the worst hurt that you go through. And a friend of mine's actually been through both. She's lost both of her children and her husband. So I'm going to put some of her input and things that she's enlightened me about on there. So I don't mean to be on here so long, and I've already been on here over half an hour. So I only meant to come on here for a few minutes. But anyway, you all take care, and I'll be seeing you on James Cox's videos, and when I get on your videos, Chris and Faye. In fact, I'm going to get on your channel as soon as I get off of here. So anyway, you take care. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.